All right, guys, module 3, how to take baller pictures and network to convey higher value.
All right, guys, very important. Whenever you're using Instagram, right, it's not just a place you post pictures and you forget it, set it and forget it. This is also about conveying like a good lifestyle, also networking as well. So for example, people ask me all the time, yo, Fresh, how do you take pictures with all these cars? Like, how do you get on all these yachts? Like, dude, are you a millionaire? I'm not, guys, but guess what? My network on Instagram invited me to those spots, and as a result, that's why I'm there. So for example, I started posting pictures of myself with my dog, or you know what I'm saying, at dope spots, and people will look at those tags and see, oh, who is this guy? Go to my profile, he seems pretty cool. And then they would invite me to their parties or to their events, and I started networking from there. So same thing for you guys, right? When you're posting pictures on Instagram or even videos, make sure that you're at good spots. Like for example, there's a spot here in Miami called Standard Spa, right? I put hashtag Standard Spa in my post, and I also put the location in my post as well. And what happened was a bunch of people saw that post on the Standard Spa hashtag, and they reached out to me and said, hey man, I saw you there by the spa, what do you do, da-da-da. I saw your YouTube channel, you can bleep that out. I saw your channel on YouTube, it seems pretty cool, I just subbed to your channel.
And let's say this real quick too, not to interrupt Fresh. Guys, the Standard Spa is a very high-class elite spa in Miami that you need a membership to be a part of, and it's like a monthly membership that's like almost $1,000 a month if I'm not mistaken. So top of the line people go and hang out there, whatever it may be. You're rubbing elbows with like the top 1% of society in Miami when you're there. So by him tagging himself in this location and showing social proof, people that are in that category that can afford to be there and go there are now hitting him up to network, because he's put himself in a position where he's purporting to everyone, look, I'm here, which automatically means I'm high value, and then they're going to go and reach out to him. Like, who is this guy?
And then people say, oh, Fresh Myron, how do you get to these spots if you don't know anybody? Perfect question, but guess what? If you want to get to those spots, you need to network with friends that might have the spots. So for example, right, most people have networks of friends that have high-class lifestyles, but they don't ever engage with them. And what you should do is obviously be genuinely a friend, but for the most part, say, hey bro, I want to spend a day with you, see your lifestyle, whatever. And you go out with your friend, let's say you go to a nice hotel, take a video. You go to a nice pool, take a video, take a picture. It's kind of like you're basically like in spot as a high value friend, but for the most part, you're capturing his lifestyle and making it part of yours. So you're not basically like stealing his life, but you're kind of like emulating what he does. And as a result, people can see, okay, this guy's in the same area, he has the same type of engagement. Guys, you're manifesting your life on social media, and then you're working towards it offline, if that makes sense. So basically, whatever you want to be, a person want to be, build that perception online, and then work on that tirelessly offline, right? Another way to network with people is to get whatever they have and become a part of their group. And a lot of successful people have a lot of nice exotic cars. So one way you can get into that circle is by having one yourself or having a friend that has one, and you can buy one yourself for a reasonable price. You're probably like, yo, I can buy a Lambo for a reasonable price? What are you talking about? So for example, if you have money set aside, right, you can literally go to any online site like cargurus.com, AutoTrader, and find Lamborghinis that have been on the lot for 90 days or more. At that point, they want to get rid of the car, and let's say you go to an Audi dealership or you go to like a Ferrari dealership, right? You see a Lambo right there, and it's been on the lot for 90 days, they want that car gone, because guess what? Those cars are not made for those lots, so they want that car gone. So for the most part, you can haggle on a price and get a really low price on that car. Guess what happens? You buy a Lambo, let's say it's a Lamborghini Huracan, let's say it's gonna be $220, and let's say you find one for $160 online. Perfect. Now, it's been a lot for 90 days, $160, haggle the price. You know what? Because they want to go on anyway. So you know what?
It's bad for business, for them to have a Lambo on a lot at a Mercedes lot dealership.
Exactly. Like, I've had friends that got in cars for super cheap. The car costs like $260 brand new, but they got it for like $160, $170 because they bought it used online at a car lot for more than 90 days. So the point here, guys, is that you can get an exotic car for a pretty low price, drive it, get into these circles, and network with these guys. And you'd be surprised, going to car shows, you meet millionaires, pilots, doctors, lawyers, a bunch of people that have a good network, and just being in those circles gives you the option to like take pictures with them, go to their events, meet new friends. So having an exotic car is a plus you can use as well to gain a better network.
All right, guys, you got to understand, stupid guys buy sports cars for women. Smart guys buy sports cars to align themselves with other high-value men. You got to understand, men in the top 1% buy sports cars on purpose. Obviously, it's a luxury, and they can get women with it. But a great byproduct that no one talks about it unless you're in these circles is they're able to identify other men who have money, because guys that have money understand to make more money, you have to surround yourself with other successful people. And a sports car or high-end luxury vehicle is an honest indicator of your income to some extent. It filters out a lot of losers. You ain't gonna be a broke boy driving around in a Lamborghini, okay? Simple as that. So that's why this is so powerful, not necessarily to get women, but to put yourself in powerful circles so that you can come up as well, guys. Because at the end of the day, you're always going to get more women by making money versus chasing women, you're gonna lose money every single time. So that's why it's important.
Guys, real quick, if you can just take one day, right? Rent a Lambo for yourself and go for a drive, you're gonna see the presence of having a exotic car, and you're gonna see the value when you drive the car. People ask you, what do you do for a living? All this stuff, because guess what? That is what you wanna end up being in the long run, having a nice car for yourself, not only to network, but also to meet people as well, so.
And I know a lot of people will say, oh, are you telling us to fake it till you make it? No, because let me tell you guys something, which we're gonna get into later on in the course. If you fake it, right, and you don't actually work on becoming high value, then when you actually do get the girl and meet with her, you're not gonna be congruent, and that's gonna lead to problems. No. So if you're not there yet, because I know a lot of you guys that are gonna buy this course are gonna be younger, may not have access or the money to do these types of things yet, put yourself in a position where you can show that you have the capability to do it and then work tirelessly to get there, guys. Because the thing is that you don't wanna be a fraud and get yourself set up where you meet a girl and she thinks you're a certain way, and then she's like, whoa, you're not who you purported yourself to be, and then that's when you run into problems. So if you do have a high value friend that's getting there, you need to try to emulate his life, and then on top of that, you need to start surrounding yourself with winners in general and work towards getting there. And how do you do that? You do that by offering these guys value. Quite frankly, you need to bring something to the table to help them and give them value first. It's not take. It's actually give, then ask for something, okay? Gary Vee always says, jab, left hook, which the jabs are free value, then hook, and you're asking for something, okay? But for every time you give value, it needs to be at least 3 to 4 times more than when you ask for something, okay? So you need to offer this guy that's helping you here, you need to offer him something of value, and then you learn from them. You take them and you get mentorship, you kind of like, you shadow them, right? And you see what it's like to live that lifestyle. So if you're young and you don't have the money yet to get there, start networking, start meeting these kinds of people and offer them value, whether it's working for them for free for a bit, interning, helping them film content for their business, or helping them with their business, or learning. You need to put yourself in a position where you can give value instead of taking value, because that's what most people do, is they take value, and you're gonna put yourself in a different category when you offer value. And a lot of people, quite frankly, just want to take and never give.
And guys, very important, he brought up a very good point. You want to give value. And I'll tell you a little story, right? So for example, the cars on my page, right? Some of them are not my cars, but guess what? I made a connection with a car rental owner, right? I said, hey man, I do YouTube, I have Instagram. What I'll do for you, right, is I'll give you a shout out on my page if you let me borrow some of the cars for gold digger pranks. So I used to do pranks on YouTube a lot. And he said, you know what? Perfect. You have a good following. First off, I added value by saying, hey, I'll give you a shout out. And he said, you know what? Take a car and do your video. And he got a bunch of people renting the cars from me after that. I got the video, but we will trade the value. I didn't say to him, hey, give me a car and I just want a car. No, I added value first by saying, hey, you know what? I'll give you some clout on Instagram. I'll give you a shout out. Just go ahead and, let's make a deal. And it works out that way for our benefit both.
Yeah, you have to bring something to the table, guys, quite frankly. You're not a woman, okay? So you're not gonna get anything for free, nope. Okay? There's a reason why guys have to pay at clubs. There's a reason why guys always have to pay higher prices when you deal with any type of social networking, etc. It's because, quite frankly, you don't have a pussy to give and you don't have tits or an ass. You're a man, no one cares about you. The only way people are gonna take you seriously is you need to offer value first, whether it's your time or money. To get in these types of circles, guys, you gotta sacrifice to some extent and you gotta offer value. You don't have the luxury of being a woman and getting shit for free.
And guys, each and every one of you has a talent that you're good at. You might be a carpenter, you might be good at baseball, basketball, boxing, whatever it may be. Showcase that talent, give them value in some form or fashion, and you will receive it in return. Don't just ask for, hey, yo, I want this, I want that. No, give value first. Trust me, all the posts on my Instagram are me giving value. And by default, I made connections with these people, I connected with them, and then we had value to each other. And as a result, that's a compilation of my Instagram basically adding value. So, very important.
So that's how you get with ballers and take high value pictures, guys. Give value first and network. Get out there. So guys, when you go out and you take your pictures, take 1,000 shots, okay? The reason why you're gonna take 1,000 shots is because you're going to take a bunch of those pictures and put them through PhotoFeeler.